I'm wearing layers of a second skin, but I can't hide the glow beneath the bone. The kind of heat that leaves you all alone. You left the match right by the bed, and every whisper word you ever said is fueling up a fire I can't tame. I'm just a silhouette inside the flame, and I'm burning inside a slow motion wreck with the weight of your ghost hanging around my neck. No smoke in the air, no sirens inside, just a private inferno in the middle of the night. You're the ice in the wound, you're the gasoline, the most beautiful ruin that I've ever seen. Yeah, the world thinks I'm fine, but I've got nowhere to hide from the way that I'm burning inside. I touch the glass to feel the cold, but the story's written and the ending's told. My fingerprints are melting off the wall. I'm reaching out for nothingness at all. They say that time will turn the embers gray, but I'm still standing in the scald of yesterday. The oxygen is thin, the fever's high. I'm watching every memory turn to sky. Is it a fever? Is it a daze? Or just the permanent state of this place? I'd scream for water, I pray for the rain, but there's a twisted kind of comfort in the pain, a feeling you flicker through every vein. And I'm burning inside a slow motion wreck with the weight of your ghost hanging around my neck. No smoke in the air, no sirens inside, just a private inferno in the middle of the night. You're the ice in the wound, you're the gasoline, the most beautiful ruin that I've ever seen. Yeah, the world thinks I'm fine, but I've got nowhere to hide from the way that I'm burning inside. Still glowing, still hollow, just a heart full of ash for the moon. I'm burning, I'm burning. The headlights are cutting through the 2 a.m. fog. I'm a ghost on the asphalt, a needle in the smog. I got a full tank of gas in a suitcase of wide, trying to outpace the moon in a charcoal sky. I look in the mirror, but the ghost is still there, sitting in the backseat, running hands through her hair. I'm pushing 85 just to feel the wind bite, trying to drive my way out of this long distance night. But I'm running from pain in a circle of salt, trying to flee from a heart that's come to a halt. I can change every area code, change every name, but the fire inside me still burns just the same. Every mile on the dash is a mile be wrong, thinking I could be faster than a heartbreak is strong. There's no border pain, you're just pulling the chains. The neon signs blur into rivers of red, like the maps of the arguments stuck in my head. I passed through a town where we once shared a meal, and I gripped till my knuckles turned white on the wheel. The radio's humming a low frequency ache, reminding me everything's easier to break. I'm chasing the sunrise to burn out the dark, but I'm carrying the flint and I'm carrying the spark. Is there a city where your name isn't known? Is there a dirt road where I'm truly alone? I've crossed 3 state lines and I've changed every gear, but the faster I go, the more you are here. The road is a ribbon that's tying me tight to the very first shadow I saw in the light. Every name, but the fire inside me still burns just the same. Every mile on the dash is a mile I've been wrong, thinking I could be faster than a heartbreak is strong. There's no border to cross where the memory wanes. When you're running from pain, you're just pulling the chains. The engine is smoking, but I can't outrun the look in your eye. Running from pain, just keep driving. Running from pain, fade out with the sound of tires on gravel. I'm looking in the mirror at a face I used to know, but the eyes are like a city after a heavy winter snow. You took the way I laugh and you took the way I dream. Now I'm stitching up the edges of a self-inflicted scene. I check the dresser drawers, I check the empty bed, searching for a version of me that isn't dead. But every chair is vacant and every light is dim. I'm a map of a country that's been traded on a whim. There's a ghost in my skin where I used to reside, but you took all the parts that were living inside. You walked out the door with my hope in your hand and left me a stranger in my own native land. I'm a hollowed out shell, I'm a song with no key. There's plenty of you, but there's none of me. Yeah, I'm looking for a spark, but it's too dark to see, 'cause you left with it all and there's none of me. I try to find a hobby, I try to find a friend, but I'm a broken sentence that refuses to end. The things I used to love feel like clothes that don't fit, like a candle wick burning with no fire to lit. You were the architect of everything I felt. Now the house is just a puddle where the foundations melt. I'm a shadow of a shadow, whisper in the hall, just a name on a lease, and that's nothing at all. How do I breathe when you took all the air? How do I stand when there's nothing back there? You didn't just leave, you erased every lie. You stole the myself out of everything's fine. I'm a blank wooden canvas, a sky with no blue, just a walking reminder of the wreckage of you. There's a ghost in my skin where I used to reside, but you took all the parts that were living inside. You walked out the door with my hope in your hand and left me a stranger in my own native land. I'm a hollowed out shell, I'm a song with no keys. There's plenty of you, but there's none of me. Yeah, I'm looking for a spark, but it's too dark to see, 'cause you left with it all and there's none of me. Nothing left, just a space where I was, just a heart-shaped hole, just because none of me, not a trace left, none of me. Fade out on my low vibrating bass note. Headlights are cutting through the 2 a.m. fog. I'm a ghost on the asphalt, a needle in the smog. Got a full tank of gas and a suitcase of wine, trying to outpace the moon in a charcoal sky. I look in the mirror, but the ghost is still there, sitting in the back seat, running hands through her hair. I'm pushing 85 just to feel the wind by, trying to drive my way out of this long distance night. But I'm running from pain in a circle of soul, trying to flee from a heart that's come to a home. I can change every area code, change every name, but the fire inside me still burns just the same. Every mile on the dash is a mile I've been wrong, thinking I could be faster than a heartbreak is strong. There's no border to cross where the memory wanes. When you're running from pain, you're just pulling the chain. The neon signs blur into rivers of red, like the maps of the arguments stuck in my head. I passed through a town where we once shared a meal, and I gripped till my knuckles turned white on the wheel. The radio's humming a low frequency ache, reminding me everything's easier to break. I'm chasing the sunrise to burn out the dark, but I'm carrying the flint and I'm carrying the spark. Is there a city where your name isn't known? Is there a dirt road where I'm truly alone? I've crossed 3 state lines and I've changed every gear, but the faster I go, the more you are here. The road is a ribbon that's tying me tight to the very first shadow I saw in the light. From a heart that's come to a Charcoal sky is folding in. I'm wearing layers of a second skin, but I can't hide the glow beneath the bone. The kind of heat that leaves you all alone. You left a match right by the bed, and every whisper word you ever said is fueling up a fire I can't tame. I'm just a silhouette inside the flame. Now I'm burning inside, a slow motion wreck with the weight of your ghost hanging around my neck. No smoke in the air, no sirens in sight, just a private inferno in the middle of the night. You're the ice in the wound, you're gasoline, the most beautiful ruin that I ever seen. Yeah, the world thinks I'm fine, but I've got nowhere to hide from the way that I'm burning inside. I touch the glass to feel the cold, but the story's written and the ending's told. My fingerprints are melting off the wall. I'm reaching out for nothingness at all. They say that time will turn the embers gray, but I'm still standing in the scout of yesterday. The oxygen is thin, the fever's high. I'm watching every memory turn to sky. Is it a fever? Is it a daze? Or just the permanent state of this place? I'd scream for water, I'd pray for the rain, but there's a twisted kind of comfort in the pain of feeling you flicker through looking in the mirror at a face I used to know, but the eyes are like a city after a heavy winter snow. You took the way I laugh and you took the way I dream. Now I'm stitching up the edges of a self-inflicted seam. I check the dresser drawers, I check the empty bed, searching for a version of me that isn't dead. But every chair is vacant and every light is dim. I'm a map of a country that's been traded on a whim. There's a ghost in my skin where I used to reside, but you took all the parts that were living inside. I try to find a hobby, I try to find a friend, but I'm a broken sentence that refuses to end. The things I used to love feel like clothes that don't fit, like a candle wick burning with no fire to lit. You were the architect of everything I felt. Now the house is just a puddle where the foundations melt. I'm a shadow of a shadow, a whisper in the hall, just a name on a lease, and that's nothing at all. How do I breathe when you took all the air? How do I stand when there's nothing back there? You didn't just leave, you erased every line. You stole the myself out of everything's fine. I'm a blank wooden canvas, a sky with no blue, just a walking under of the wreckage of you. Just a space where I was, just a heart-shaped hole, just because none of me, not a trace left, none of me, baby, right out on the road, vibrating bass note. We built a fortress out of whispers and smoke, thinking we were the exception to the words the world spoke. I put my faith in the lines on your palm, searching for the storm in the middle of the calm. But the glass didn't shatter, it didn't even crack. It just turned into a mirror where I can't look back. And now I'm standing in the hallway, staring at the floor, at the ghost of the person who don't live here no more. It was the one love, the only love I knew, the only sky that ever stayed a shade of honest blue. Now it's one love, broken, scattered in the dark, a cold dead forest from a single little spark. They say you'll find another, they say the wound will mend, but how do you start over when you've I'm dividing up the maps and the books on the shelf, trying to remember how to breathe by myself. You were the rhythm, the pulse and the beat, the only solid ground beneath my weary feet. Now every song we sang is a needle in the ear, and every always is a word I'm terrified to hear. I'm a pilot in the fog with the compass made of lead, drowning in the things that we never should have said. It was the one love, the only love I knew, the only sky that ever stayed a shade of honest blue. Now it's one love, but broken, scattered in the dark, a cold dead forest from a single little spark. They say you'll find another, they say the wound will mend, but how do you start over when you've reached the only end? Yeah, I'm staring at the wreckage, at the damage and the token of the one love, the only love broken. You don't get a second chance to give away your soul. You don't get to feel the heat once you've lost control. It wasn't just a heartbeat, it wasn't just a flame, it was the only light that ever knew my secret name. Just a memory in the rain, one love and a lifetime of the pain. The doors are all open, the windows are wide, but there's nowhere for a broken heart to go and hide. One love, broken. Yeah, it's broken. My one love. Hey. The 2026 calendar is open on the desk, but the future's looking hollow and a little bit grotesque. We had a list of cities and a house beside the sea, a blueprints for forever that belonged to you and me. I bought the summer tickets, I picked out the silver ring, waiting for the promise that the new year was gonna bring. But the ink is turning yellow and the edges started to curl as I watched the slow collapse of our little private world. And I'm walking through the wreckage of the hopes that faded. Hit a ton of sinks when I'm cold and jaded. They were bright as a neon sign, I remember the January when we swore we'd make it through, with a 2026 vision of a life that felt so new. But the colors started leaking, turning shades of bruised and gray, until the someday that we wanted simply drifted far away. Now the telescope is dusty and the compass is a lie, and there's nothing but a vacuum in the center of the sky. I'm folding up the maps we drew, the ones that led to us, watching the gold of our ambition turn to 2026 red. And I'm walking through the wreckage of the hopes that faded, with a tannic for the 6-1, a cold and jaded. Liquor bright as a neon sign, steady as a flame. Now I can't even whisper the syllables of your name. Like a sunset in the rear view, like a vapor in the glass, I'm watching every dream we ever cultivated past. I'm standing in the garden where nothing's ever planted, taking the ghost of your always for granted. It's a different kind of morning when the thing you lose is next. Reading through the fragments of an old unfinished text. You didn't just take the present, you took the what could be and left the 2026 void in the middle of me. Hope stop fading like a radio signal in the rain. Whoa, I'm just a 2026 January echo of the pain. The horizon is a flat line, the stars are all retracted, and I'm just the sum of the dreams that you subtracted, fading out. They're all just fading. My hopes, they faded. The hum of the fridge is the only sound left in a 2026 house of the lonely and bereft. I'm watching the dust motes dance in the light, while the January morning bleeds into the night. I reach for the remote just to hear a human voice, but the static and the rhythm don't give me a choice. The words that we traded, the shouts and the screams, have all been replaced by these hollowed out dreams. And I'm left in the silence, I'm left in the still. 22 was sets later with a permanent chill. There's no I'm sorry, and there's no goodbye, just the heavy set weight kettle whistles and goes quiet again. I'm tracing the patterns with a ghost of a pen. I remember the clutter, the chaos of us, before the gold turned to iron and the iron turned to rust. Now the hallway is long and the ceiling is high, and I'm counting the seconds as the minutes go by. It's a deafening volume, this lack of a sound, like a city of stone buried deep underground. And I'm left in the silence, I'm left in the still, a 20-26 sinner with a permanent chill. There's no upside and there's no goodbye, just the heavy set weight of a wide open sky. I'm a girl with no clapper, a song with no chord, falling on the edge of a duet sword. You took all the music, and you left me the violin of being alone, being left in the silence. They say silence is golden, they say it is peace, but for me it's a prison that offers no lease. I'd trade all this quiet for one more mistake, for the sound of your breathing, for the sound of a breeze. Left in the silence, just me and the wall, waiting for a shadow that's never gonna fall. The 20 Connie Trent's color is blank and it's white, and the silence is all that I'm holding tonight. Left in the silence, so quiet now. Left in the silence. The calendar flipped to January 10. I'm picking up the heavy, heavy pen again, writing letters to a 2026 ghost, in the house where the silence hurts the most. I keep your old sweater in a box by the bed to muffle the echoes of the things that you said. People tell me let it go, set it free, but this pain is the only thing left of you and me. So I'm just holding the hurt like a child in the dark, guarding the embers of a dying spark. It's a jagged little weight in the center of my chest, a 3 a.m. shadow that won't let me rest. They say drop the anchor, they say sail away, but I'd rather be sinking than forgetting today. just holding the hurt. I walk through the market with my hands in my seams, checking the faces for the ghost of our dreams. Every happy couple is a needle in the eye, underneath the ceiling of a gray winter sky. It's exhausting to carry this much of a loss, to count every penny of the heavy set cost. But if I let it shatter, if I let it all go, then I'm just a stranger that I don't even know. So I'm just holding the hurt like a child in the dark, guarding the embers of a dying spark. It's a jagged little weight in the center of my chest, a 3 a.m. shadow that won't let me rest. They say drop the anchor, they say sail away, but I'd rather be sinking than forgetting today. Yeah, I'm standing in the 2026 dirt, just holding the hurt. It's a companion I didn't ask for, a friend I didn't choose, the only thing in this world I'm not willing to lose. Because if the ache stops, then the memory dies, and I'm not ready to say my final goodbye. Holding the hurt in the 26 rain, there's a strange kind of comfort in the middle of the pain. I'm not moving on, I'm not moving at all. I'm just here in the hallway, waiting for your call, still holding it. Yeah, I'm holding the hurt.